All right, Roman. First of all, for you and for anyone who's ever put on the uniform, I say this every single year. Never get tired of it and everything. I mean, thank you for your service, for making the choice, for going through training. But again, the mission always continues for you on Veterans Day, and you're here to help those who served.
Yes, actually, this year we're helping out five different organizations, and we're helping out the HMI group, both VFW 1509 and 2917. We're helping out GY671 and the auxiliary 1509 this year. So those are some of the organizations we chose to help this year. So again, if you're part of these organizations, you're welcome, and we're more than happy to help you guys out. And again, thank you for all the other organizations that are helping us out as well. So.
Now, 2023 is kind of interesting because, like, every time I interview somebody, they're like, "Oh, this is the first time we've done our event since 2019," or we normally have a fundraiser or a car wash or something like that. You guys have still been doing the Wounded Warrior Ride, or at least you did like last year. But this year, you want to have huge participation because this is such a big important issue.
Yes, yes, and again, all those who have served, deserve. So, this is something that we always try and give back. This is something that the Guam Hogs adopted about 13 years ago, trying to help our veterans. And again, when they first started this ride, they first started sending the money to the states for the Wounded Warrior Project when they first started out, and then we decided as a club to keep the money local, so that way it helps our veterans, because we don't get as much help as we think we should be getting here on Guam. So that kind of helps us to see that we are helping our veterans, and that the motorcycle community as well as a whole, especially because there are a lot of other veterans that ride in these other groups and solo riders. So we invite them out to come and help support these our veterans here on Guam.
What does it mean to have so many people like come out, and people who did serve? You may have been in a different branch of service, maybe same branch, different unit. You served at a different time and everything like that. But now you all come together, and you're like, there's like a different sense of respect you have from each other, because it's like, okay, we have something in common like that. What's that like?
It's awesome, because then you get to some actually have served in the same units before, or hey, I didn't know you were a veteran, and they just getting to the camaraderie again, to build that camaraderie that you had while you were in service is something that you have brothers and sisters that you meet out there, and yes, they're not family per se, but then you've served with them, even if you haven't gone through war or deployed or anything like that. You still served with them, and then you come back and you see the amount of support that our island veterans give to our veterans, and to see the island support from just the community is awesome, and to see that and to see it all come together is the best part, because then that the island is about our veterans and about our people. So that is the biggest and best part about this event and our ceremony, that we honor our veterans every year.
Well, let's talk about the poker run. This is interesting.
Yeah, so our poker run is going to be starting off at the VFW in Jigo, Post 1509. We'll meet up there at 7 o'clock, and at that time, that's when we're going to be raising the big garrison flag, the U.S. flag, and it's going to be lifted on a crane. I think it's that 20 by 30 foot flag. So,
I always get the goosies every time I
yeah.
see that. And again, I've said this so many times. I can see it from my place, and I'm like, 4 miles away.
Yeah, and we see people, driving down the road and turn around to come back and take a picture of it. I mean, that's something very awesome to see. And then we'll have, so the riders that want to participate in this event can show up from 7 to 9:45, and then they'll pull their first card. And again, it's $5 a hand, and $20 for 5 hands. So that's 5 chances you get to win. And then we'll be after 10 o'clock, we'll have our safety brief, and then 10:10 we'll roll out to the veterans ceremony up at Guam Museum, and then we'll attend the ceremony. Then after that, we'll be going to Wild Bill's, Harley Davidson, Bell's Lounge, and then the last card will be pulled up at VFW again, where we'll have refreshments and stuff like that for people to enjoy the day, and then we'll also have tickets for the drink sales. It's $1 a ticket, $2 or 2 tickets for soda and water, and 3 tickets for beer. And again, the food will be open at 2 o'clock. And then the poker rental, well, what it is you stop at each stop and you'll pull one card. If you have 5 hands, you'll pull one card for each hand. And at the end, we'll see who has the best hand, and they get 50% of what's raised. And the other 50 goes to our veterans that we continue to help and support here on Guam.
And again, so you don't have to be necessarily like someone who did serve. If you would like to contribute and you want to
Yes.
lend your support, you don't have to be any particular part of like one particular motorcycle club. Even if you don't ride, you know,
Yes.
you're certainly more than welcome to help, because you guys for so many years had our back. It's the least we can do to, you know, show our love and show our support for you.
Yes, yes, yeah. And if you want to follow along in your car, you're more than welcome to do that as well. So, I mean, we'll be riding, we'll be flying the flags, all services, including the Space Force now. And so that's something new again, and that's something that, you know, we try and give respect to all the different services and stuff. All right, and I want to also thank our sponsors, Slurp and Burp, Noko'oi Pest, Termite and Pest Control, Francis C. Torres, Knox Nook, Wild Bills, Dave and Christine Blas, Bell's Lounge, East Island Tinting, and then some of our other local clubs and organization is Legends MC, HOG Mariana's Chapter, TAG, Hesba Clinic, and Guam Hogs, of course.